Hello everybody and welcome back to our new Xeelo weekly call number 88. That's great. Today we have 7 features and 1 incident we have to go through. So let's start with the first one, providing secret for a report in HTTP request header. In administration, whenever you create some report, you create actually like structure of the report, source of the report, and result of the report. Doesn't matter which one I will choose. Oh, there is one good service ticket overview, and here you can see like structure, source, and result. In the result, and take closer, you can configure security. You can define external hosts like star and IP. That's nothing new, but then you define secret. And till now, you could define a secret, and then you have to, or whenever the link for external resource was generated, it contained a secret password. Now it doesn't have to contain secret password because whenever Xeelo got a request for report result, it automatically takes a look into URL, and then it automatically, if Xeelo doesn't find the secret, the password secret within URL, it takes a look into header of that HTTPS request. Yeah, so it's the new thing. It's described on forums, so you can get all details there. All right, then add field assigned to user filters. We have in user environment, in particular object, we have something that is called user filters. You know that. You can adjust the color, adjust all object lines that should be solved for. And in detail, you can define, obviously, request ID, requester, who is actually the requester, or which role, who, and which role is in it. And then you can define finally assign to. So, for example, when you want to show all requests that I am assigned, you just need to click the microgenic, take a look into here. There are some, I don't know what is it, it should be category and so on, and then click apply. And whenever I click the custom basic theme filter, I actually filter the grid, and all requests that you can see are assigned to me. All right, then next one is relation map. Display also already displayed request except parents request. Okay, it's all about displaying recurrent requests or recurrent relationships within a relation map. You can display a relation map from tab, obviously. Here is diagram, or through the action button, and here's the diagram. Oh, not this one. The relations. And here is the diagram. And what is the new feature is that there is a new icon, like recycle icon or 2 arrows. Whenever you have turned on the recycle recurrent relationship, you can see the same request. Actually you can't see the same request within the relation map. And when you click on that 2 arrows, see a relationship between service ticket, service desk user, and service ticket again, you can see that we have the same request here. Yeah. So in other type or within the other type, you can see the request here. Okay. Then we have workflow action title, indication of a long title. All right, let's try to configure some workflow action. So let's go to workflow action, okay, for our service ticket, for example. And all right, we have assigned to me workflow actions. So when I click on it, I can change the name of workflow action, and you will see the result then. So assigned to me, I will change it to make it longer than it is, because I would like to do this action. Okay. Okay, unable to. Let's try it now. Let's try to refresh it. There we go, one again. Because I would like to do it. I don't know, for example. Perfect, here we go. And now when I go to particular request, actually I am in the request. I am in the role SD support, SD not assigned, so perfect example. And now when I click on workflow, I should see the workflow actions like assigned to me, cancel, and info needed. And because I made it longer, the title of the workflow action, I can see here 3 dots. When I focus the mouse on it, or pointer, you can see that I have a title, and now I can see the whole title of the workflow action. Yeah, that's the new thing. Then we have mobile, use custom numeric keyboard. I am not going to present it, but it's nothing else than when you have within mobile application of Xeelo, when you have object line type number, when you tap on it, you will focus on it, and actually the app offers you to insert only numbers. So it opens you numeric keyboard. Yeah. So this one, and we have pretty good one. This one is 743, extended validation for object line and object subline. It's something that is really nice. So let's go to administration object, and for example, our service ticket into lines. Before we had a possibility to select in validation type just mandatory, optional, then displayed mandatory, displayed optional, hidden, and so on. Now we have like extended validation. It's pretty good functionality because extended validation works in cascade. So it means I got here hidden, disabled, and mandatory. When I add something into hidden, the validation has to be true or false, obviously. But if it validation is true, then it hides the object line. Otherwise, if it not, it goes to next line, so disabled. So if object line have validation hidden as false, then it jump to display disabled. When disabled is set has set validation to true, it becomes disabled. Otherwise, it jumps to other line and to mandatory. And again, if the mandatory validation is true, it goes to the object line is mandatory, otherwise it's just option. Yeah, we can try it actually. So let's try it. We have, for example, number of lost, all right? So let's click number of lost. Let's add a new type, validation as extended validation, and let's try it. So if ID 1773 will be as 0, we will have a hidden number of lost. Okay, then there is ID 772 as category, will be 0, it will be disabled, and then I don't know. Okay, ID 1774 will be 0, it will be mandatory. Okay, that's right. I don't know if I made it right. So here we go. Now it's mandatory because I have no selected access, and now. All right, you can see that type is empty, so it's equal 0. When I change it to, for example, incident, it becomes disabled, but hidden, but visible. So you can see here, ID 1773, which is type, if it's equal to 0, so it's like negation, then it should be hidden. Here we go. Type is not equal to 0, so it's not hidden. But, like I said, when the validation is false, it jumps to another line. Yeah, so disabled. So whenever 1772, which is category, is equal 0, it should be disabled. And here we go, category is empty, equals 0, so it means it's disabled. Once I try to put it here, it's enabled. And actually mandatory, because there is a third validation here, and it's on asset. If 1774 is equal to 0, it's literally mandatory, otherwise it will be optional. If you would like to get rid of one of validation, like disabled or something, you can just don't fill in anything into it. So now let's try it. Just refresh. Alright, so now it's hidden because type is not filled. When I add something, for example incident, it's filled. When I try to put category, nothing happened because there is no validation for it, so still mandatory. And when I choose asset, it's now empty. Okay, so it's pretty nice. You can do a lot of stuff with that, and it's already described on forum. Let's write validation. Validation on object. Here we go. Where's the validation? Here we go. So you can read all description. It's literally that what I told you just. So yeah. And the last one is execution timeout during manual refresh on periodic for Xeelo on Azure. Let's take a look inside. I'm not pretty sure what it is. Uh, Yeah, okay. It's just an incident because we extend for Azure, we extend that SQL command timeout is now 60 minutes, if I compute it well. Okay, 60 minutes. So it's just for refreshing of periodic and object lines and objects, refreshing lookups and so on. Yeah. So that's it. Actually, that's not it. We have a few new articles on forum. We have new articles that is related to admin jobs. We have two types of jobs in Xeelo. First one, when you just logged in administration, you can see admin jobs here. It's related to admin. Yeah, so it's first thing. There are three jobs. First is for literally cleaning all tasks. Actually, all. Let's see. Cleaning provides administration maintenance such as cleaning, weblog, and data exchange. The second one, data exchange task management, provides functionality which cleans up failed or never finished tasks. Those tasks can show up if agent fails or throws an error. And the last one is data exchange agent alive check. If it literally checks if the data exchange is alive or not. Okay, I would like to start or describe better the DX task management. Actually, it's something that cleans tasks that are not finished or will be never finished, that hang between space on time. And those tasks can be created if, for example, if you start agent and agent start to do some task and you close the agent, the task is still hanging somewhere. Yeah, so we create a job that actually cleaned that. And then we have data exchange agent alive check. Whenever, for example, imagine that you have situation all set up, that you have server that has, for example, a live data agent, and for example, the server restarted. It means data agent is not part of startup sequence. It means it has to be started by user or by administration, some administration guy or whatever. So you can set up a trigger or you can set up the check if the agent is alive or not. You can easily do it in administration. You just need to define this job. I don't know, depends on you, what period of time. And then in particular data exchange, just go to agent events, add a new event, and in triggers, just select agent offline. Then it literally, when something like that restart of the server case happened, it literally sent you an email or message. What do you define here? Yeah. So for example, agent, I don't know, agent customer A is offline or something like that. So it literally warns you. Okay, then we have, those were admin jobs. Then we have another jobs that are in particular site here. And those jobs you should already know. Those are jobs that are maintaining or executing actions within that environment. For example, we have, OCR or notification. It generates OCR, or it generates notification and send notification, and then, I don't know, user management and so on. So you already know that they are described on forum as well. So Xeelo service, let's call it differently. Xeelo like user jobs will be better, I guess. Hopefully. No, okay. Xeelo user jobs, call it right now. All right, and then we have a few changed articles or extended articles about new features, so relation, application settings for user environment, and we have new article, application settings for administration. It's a pretty nice one because we hadn't described it yet. You should know that we have application settings for particular sites, so that are here inside, and here is application settings. And then we have a new one within cProAdmin. There is application settings related to administration only. So you can see that there are literally two tabs. First one is notification for resetting password for admin and so on. And then we have system. Here are properties that are used for system purposes. Yeah? Like, for example, you can set retention of erasing of web logs or data exchange task run logs and so on. All information you can find here in the article application settings for administration. And I guess that's it. One more new thing here I can see is how to set text file to text file. I just described something that I prepared on our developments right here. Environment, here is modification of text. It literally reads content of text field or text file, then show content, then modify content within MS SQL, then show like outcome of the modification, and then write down into text file the content. Yeah. So if you are interested in it, you can find it here in a new article on forum. And that's it finally. So thank you for your attention. See you soon and have a nice day. Bye.